congratulations on winning the award. How do you feel?
Actually, very weak because it's very heavy. But obviously, great honour and very happy about it. You know, after all these years, if our career could be likened to a big cake, this is the icing on the cake.
Beautifully said. Yeah, it's nice to get an award. You know, it means somebody else has appreciated what you've done, and this is an industry thing. We know that, but it means that we're helping keep the industry going, because music is really important. You know, people playing, people creating songs. If that stops, we lose something. We've got to keep it going.
Ditto. You know, I'm thrilled to bits. It's lovely. Thank you.
And how important was it for you to get international acclaim and success?
Well, you know, to start off, you love music, and it's all about music. And when appreciation comes back from countries all over the world, I mean, it's an amazing feeling, and all you can feel is humble about that.
The international success came in '69, and we didn't realise we were part of a great explosion of technology, and the world was an expanding place. So our music got heard in Japan and America and down under in the Soviet Union. We've since discovered how important it was during those early days. People were learning to speak English from our lyrics. And South America and pretty much globally. And it was so cute when you look back and think we were only allowed to take 20 quid out of the country because of currency exchange controls in those days. There were no credit cards. There was no digital world at all. Everything was very, very simple. So it's been a great journey. And you see the changes between then and now. But that was when it started.
And how do you see your impact on rock's legacy?
Sorry, what did you say?
How do you see your impact on rock's legacy?
Oh, I don't know. It's hard to say.
It's all about timing.
It all comes down.
If somebody no, yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not sorry at all. If somebody had been before us, you'd be talking to them. But there was an explosion of music in the late '60s into '70s, where the kids who'd been playing other people's music suddenly got good enough, because they were playing every night, started creating their own music, writing their own songs. And that British invasion into America, that explosion of talent, happened in 2 or 3 years. And that was the important thing, and it was really exciting to be there.
And the impact on us was from Chopin, who was the Jimi Hendrix of his day, from Beethoven, from Chuck Berry, from Bob Dylan, from poets and folk music and big band swing. And pretty much every form of music you'd imagine filtered into Deep Purple through the individuals who absorbed it during their formative years. And so that's the human chemistry that made us what it is, whatever legacy. I think a lot of people, because of the way it's been perceived, have focused perhaps upon the heavy metal aspect and of Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath and Deep Purple. There's a lot of colour and texture in our music. There's a lot of humour and a lot of light-heartedness, and it's not all thunder and bash. It's some of it's quite reflective and textured. So I don't know how much of that's going to be remembered or what elements of it will be remembered, but it's the parallax effect on music, on long hair. It all depends where you're standing, what you perceive.
And what song or record are you most proud of creating?
Boy, that's a tough one. There's a few. Purely as a structure, I love Perfect Strangers, but I have to shout out to Child in Time. It's just such a powerful statement, and we didn't realise that in Russia that was fated as a sort of a cry for freedom when they had none. And so and I remember going to Japan the first time, and the whole audience sang the words back to us, and that was a revelation. We better be careful what we write, because people are going to listen.
For me, it was a song called Razzle Dazzle, which was a turning point in my life, writing-wise. Just a whole new approach to writing. So worked out. I always look back on that with great affection, that song. But no one's ever heard it, so.
I think the great thing is we've had so many years to evolve and to try and keep what we do alive and fresh. It's that ability within the band, because of the musicianship, to understand you cannot just rely on what you did last time. You have to find a new way to do the old things, because there are no new things. Everything's been done before. You've only got so many notes, so many chords, the rhythms we work in, so you find new ways to do it. You know, you find new lyric structures, you find new things, and that's the excitement. Do you have the ability to do that? If you do, you continue. And enough people will like what you do to make it viable. And so far, so good.
And do you have any pearls of wisdom for emerging artists?
Yeah, when you're in your formative years, listen to everything. Everything. Don't just follow fashion, because next year it will be unfashionable. So listen to everything you can, soak it up until you find your feet and find your voice. Soak it all up, because it'll come in handy one day.
Well, congratulations and thanks very much.